Good evening. How's everyone today on this 28th day of January? It's cold where I am, cold and windy. So today I wanted to talk about self-esteem. It says, build your self-esteem, a starter guide to self-improvement. It says, so how do you stay calm, composed, and maintain self-esteem in a tough environment? Hi there, how are you? Here are some tips you may consider as a starter guide to self-improvement. Imagine yourself as a dartboard. Everything and everyone else around you may become dart pins at one point or another. These dart pins will destroy your self-esteem and pull you down in ways you won't even remember. Don't let them destroy you or get the best of you. So which dart pins should you avoid? So we're the dartboard and somebody's throwing pins, right? So which one should we avoid? Because they'll pull us down if we let them. It says dart pin number 1, negative work environment. It says beware of dog-eat-dog theory, where everyone else is fighting just to get ahead. Doesn't that sound familiar? It says this is where non-appreciative people usually thrive. No one will appreciate your contributions even if you miss lunch and dinner and stay up late. Most of the time you get to work too much without getting help from other people concerned. It says stay out of this. It will ruin your self-esteem. Competition is a stake anywhere. Be healthy enough to compete, but it says in a healthy competition. That was dart pin number 1. Number 2, other people's behavior. That'll also pull you down. It says bulldozers, brown nosers, gossip mongers, whiners, backstabbers, snipers, people walking wounded, patronizers, sluffers. All these kinds of people will pose bad vibes for your self-esteem, as well as to your self-improvement scheme. So stay away from those. Dart pin number 3. Changing environment. You can't be a green bug on a brown field. Changes challenge our paradigms. It tests our flexibility, adaptability, and alters the way we think. Changes will make life difficult for a while. It may cause stress, but it will help us find ways to improve ourselves. Change will be there forever. We must be susceptible to it. So it's always good to be flexible and to adapt to change quickly and easily, right? Dart pin number 4, past experience. It's okay to cry and say ouch when we experience pain, but don't let pain transform itself into fear. It might grab you by the tail and swing you around. Treat each failure and mistake as a lesson. Now we've heard that before when we were covering, should we admit our mistakes? Should we admit failure, right? But then it says, yes, we admit it, but we learn from it and we keep moving, right? Okay. Dart pin number 5, negative worldview. Look at what you're looking at. Don't wrap yourself up with all the negativities of the world. In building self-esteem, we must learn how to make the best of our worst situations. Now think of all the situations we find ourselves in today. Very negative, right? Worldview. We don't know what's going to happen, right? So it says don't get wrapped up in it, okay? Don't get so absorbed in it. That's not your life, right? Yes, it affects you, but that's not your life, right? So we make the best of a bad situation. Okay, dart pin number 6, determination theory. The way you are and your behavioral traits is said to be a mixed end product of your inherited traits, so genetics, your upbringing, and your environmental surroundings, such as your spouse, the company, the economy, or your circle of friends. You have your own identity, though. It says if your father is a failure, it doesn't mean that you have to be a failure too. To learn from other people's experience, it says learn from other people's experience so you'll never have to encounter the same mistakes. So no excuses, right? No matter whatever is in your family. You don't have to be that same, right? You can change things. You have your own identity, okay? It says, sometimes you may want to wonder if some people are born leaders or positive thinkers. No. Being positive and staying positive is a choice. Building self-esteem and drawing lines for self-improvement is a choice, not a rule or a talent. So remember, we're not born that way. We make ourselves that way. We choose to be that way, right? We have the power. It's always up to us. It says, in life, it's hard to stay tough, especially when things and people around you keep pulling you down. When we get to the battlefield, we should choose the right luggage to bring and armors to use, and pick those that are bulletproof. Life's options give us arrays of more options. Along the battle, we will get hit and bruised, and wearing a bulletproof armor ideally means self-change, the kind of change which comes from within voluntarily. So it says, when we're in the battle, have the right kind of armor. And it says, armor or self-change. What are those things? 3 things it lists: our attitude, our behavior, and our way of thinking. So that's the armor that we should be wearing, right? Building self-esteem will eventually lead to self-improvement if we start to become responsible for who we are, that we have, what we have, and what we do. It's like a flame that should gradually spread like a brush fire from inside and out. When we develop self-esteem, we take control of our mission, values, and discipline. Self-esteem brings about self-improvement, true assessment, and determination. So how do you start putting up the building blocks of self-esteem? What do you think? It says, be positive, be content and happy, be appreciative, never miss an opportunity to compliment. So it says, a positive way of living will help you build self-esteem, your starter guide to self-improvement. This one was a little kind of deep, right? Thinking of yourself as a dartboard and then having the darts come at you, right? And how you need that armor on so they just bounce off, right? And remember that armor is being positive. So are you ready? You ready to start on having good self-esteem and self-improvement? We all need to be, right? We can't stay stuck in one place. We have to keep moving forwards. We have to evolve to become a better person, right? To become the best version of ourselves. We can't stop, no matter how old we get, right? Okay. Well, I hope you find that interesting. I thought it was a little bit deep, but I thought it was a good analogy, being the dartboard and, letting those darts bounce off, but keeping ourselves positive, right? Okay. Well, I hope you had a good day today. Today's Thursday, January the 28th. It's almost over. Then it'll be February. And I'm looking forward to spring. How about you? I like the warmer weather. Even though I love the winter. I grew up with very cold weather in Germany, right? But I'm looking forward to the spring, though. Okay. Well, I hope you had a good evening. If not, make it a good evening for whatever's left of it. And make it a good day tomorrow. Remember to be positive. Make the best of a worse situation. Okay? You have the power, remember? Okay. So have a good night, and we'll talk tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Night, everyone.